I think now the transfer window for the fans of Arsenal is really getting more and more exciting because crisis emergency meeting held yesterday night between the agent of Viktor Gyökeres and Arsenal, and we've been told that in the same night he also talked to Manchester United. Now, what came out is what we are yet to present to you, the viewers of the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on the stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is always my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. So, what is happening right now is Viktor Gyökeres talking about him, but in the same story, a little bit of Benjamin Sesko is obviously going to be coming in through, and we are going to be really tackling it to the fullest and breaking it down to the max, right? So let's obviously start it off with a story that came in from Abola, Portugal. Very big, credible tier 1 source from Portugal. They told us that the outcome of the meeting between Gyökeres and Arsenal, between Gyokeres' agent and Arsenal, between Gyökeres and Arsenal, Hassan Sentikaya, the Swedish agent, met with London club to hear the conditions and demands for a bid with Sporting Lisbon. The Gunners take a step forward, but United and Juventus are not out of the running, or are not out of the race. Now, they met, and what was the most important reason for the meeting? It was all about them. It was all about the agent of Viktor Gyökeres knowing what proposal is Arsenal planning to make or really submit to the side of Sporting Lisbon. That's why they really went ahead to meet. And when they met, I think they got to know that things are really moving on as planned. And the club of Manchester United too went ahead to hold talks with the agent after an explosion from the manager of a side called Sporting Lisbon. Sorry, the president of Sporting Lisbon. I really brought that story yesterday night, right? And when he really broke it out and he was like, the agent is really blackmailing Sporting Lisbon, the agent was like, all right, if you're not blackmailing me, then let me go to Arsenal and Manchester United, hold conversations and see what plan do they have. And that's exactly what happened yesterday night. And the results are really going to be told to us right now. Now, the most important aspect of it all comes in here from Ojogo, Portugal, another tier 1 source from Portugal. They've told us that Gyokeres' agent met with Man United and Arsenal. Offer expected soon in hours. Arsenal seen as front runners. Arsenal have not yet decided between Sesko and Gyökeres. Now, Arsenal are really planning to make an offer. In the meeting they held yesterday night, the resolution was like, let's start putting in these offers and see whether Sporting Lisbon will say no. Because the president is saying that I want to take 80 million euros because he knows to it that if he says I'm taking 60 plus 10 million euro bid, that means 60 guaranteed fees and 10 million euros of add-ons, then a club will come in through and they'll want to negotiate that down because they won't give it to them exactly. Why? Because it's not a release clause. Because for a release clause, it's unnegotiable. Sorry, it's not negotiable. You understand? If it was a release clause, there would have been no way they would have gone ahead to knock that price down. But because this is not a release clause, if you say 60 plus 10, that is 70, they'll come and negotiate. Now he knows to it that when it's 80 million euros, they'll knock it down to 60 plus 10. You understand? So I think I have to give him his flowers for that as a president because he knows business. When you say we are not moving from 60 plus 10, they'll have to negotiate and see to it that things really come to pass. But right now, he's making negotiations, big negotiations, and he knows to it that the first bid will come in through from Arsenal, all opening offer, and then he'll be like, let's negotiate better, and Arsenal is really preparing the offering bid, or opening the official proposal for Viktor Gyökeres in there. So that is how things are really happening, all panning down at the side of Sporting Lisbon. And for Viktor Gyökeres, he's like, I want out. This time round, I'm not staying at this club. I really want to leave and find myself elsewhere. That is Viktor Gyökeres for you. And if you hear that a bid has been submitted anytime from now, don't be surprised. And it's only Portuguese sources that are really giving us these stories of Gyökeres, and this is Alfredo Pedula, another big journalist from Portugal. He has told us that in the last few hours, Arsenal have resumed talks with Viktor Gyökeres. Andre Batha is working hard on the striker's inclusion. So, all what is happening right now, it's all about Viktor Gyökeres and Arsenal. And the way they've jumped in through from Benjamin Sesko to Viktor Gyökeres, it's really very, very surprising. I tell you, this is how transfers are really funny. In the recent 1-2 weeks, most of the people were saying that it's not yet done business. You understand? That looks like Benjamin Sesko is leading the race. Like he's being looked at the number one guy to come in through to lead this. But right now, the side of Arsenal has really flipped on the other page. And the page is all about Viktor Gyökeres. And Andre Batha is working hard on the striker's inclusion. So, Gyökeres to Arsenal is one that you have to watch a lot, you know. But get to know they're really running two transfers at the same time, you know. Both are 80 million euros. The difference is that of Viktor Gyökeres is not one to trigger. They can negotiate around it. And for Benjamin Sesko, it's one they're supposed to trigger. No negotiations about it. You get? You should just trigger it. One thing you can negotiate on, all about it, is how you're going to pay it. But you have to come hard and really pay that amount of money. So, we are waiting to see how things pan out, but the agent is really pushing hard to really get this transfer done. And if I'm Viktor Gyökeres, if this agent doesn't really grant me my move from Sporting Lisbon this year to another club, to top clubs in Europe, then I don't see why I'm still his client. Because Gyökeres has gone ahead to do his job. I understand. He has gone ahead to do his job, and after doing his job, all what he's left with is simple. Go ahead and get me a club that can really need my services. If you go ahead and really score the goals that he scored this season, all you anticipate is simple. It's a move to another club that is really big and better. If you don't know what his numbers were this season, let me really add them. 33 games in the league, he scored 39 goals. Champions League, 8 games, 6 goals. Those are 45. Then Taça da Liga, 4 goals. You know? So, those are 49 goals from him. Then he had 8 assists. You know? Those are 56. You know? Goal involvements for a player like Gyökeres. So I really understand where this is coming in from, and I know many people might be frustrated, but Andre Batha is really trying to get this deal done and dusted. And I've been with my transportation guy today, and I told him that please, I see no reason as to why Arsenal should obviously fidget to bring in a striker. They have to do things right. When you're like Man City, you can really sign in a very huge cast of players. But when you're like Arsenal, you have to take note on what you are really signing. You get? You have to take note on what you are really signing. You understand? So, I would like to let you know that the club of Arsenal is preparing a Gyökeres opening offer. That is it. And they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're taking their time, and a decision will be made soon. If you hear that first proposal submitted, first bid in, get to know that I foretold you about it. We out. Your reactions to this are welcome in the comment section below. Bye-bye.